Hey there, you guys. So it's October and I have five, I was incorrect. I have 11 books on my TBR this month because I'm a crazy person and it's not gonna happen, but I'm optimistic and it gives me options. So, all of these books, for the most part, are books that are kind of Halloweeny, kind of spooky, gives a nice little fall vibe, all those things. So that was kind of my goal for picking books this month. I am trying to sprinkle the genres and kind of disperse my reading a little bit per month. So I try to pick a couple of books that I've had on my shelf forever, try to pick a book or two that I've just recently purchased to try and balance out that, like, ooh, I have an extreme desire to read this book, but I've had this book for 3 years. I should probably get to that one too. I have a couple of rereads, as you can probably guess, based on my wrap up last month. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump right in, just talk about them briefly, because there's a lot of books to get through and I don't want to make this video that long. So let's get through this. I'll be popping in and out of frame because I'm still not in a capacity where I can edit yet, so these still kind of suck. All right, so the first book, and these are in no particular order whatsoever, just kind of smallest to largest of weight. So the first book I have on my TBR is Gilda Joyce, The Dead Drop by Jennifer Allison. This is the fourth book in the Gilda Joyce series. I finally read The Ghost Sonata, I think last October actually. I just, these are perfect little spooky reads to throw into October, and it feels weird reading them at any other time. It's a middle grade, so it should be a pretty quick read overall. Once I actually sit down and get into it. And yeah, this one is the one where Gilda goes to Washington, D.C. This one, again, as with all the Gilda Joyce novels, I have to kind of suspend my disbelief. Having taken high school students on trips, the idea that she gets away with all these things at like 14, 15 is terrifying. But yes, so she basically is in DC and the spirit of Abraham Lincoln starts haunting her dreams. So intriguing as someone who's been to DC many times. But yes, that'll be an interesting read because I think she's like 16 and staying in Washington, DC for an internship. Anyway. The next book is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This is one of the newest books I've gotten from Barnes & Noble. It is essentially about a girl that was born 2 days after the dead started walking on the fields of Gettysburg, the battlefields of Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. And so it's kind of a spooky historical fiction novel in a way. Kind of have, I guess, a Washington, D.C., United States theme going on with the first two books here, but anyway, kind of a spooky Revolutionary War type novel here. Or not revolutionary. I think Gettysburg was Civil War. I'm terrible. Anyway, the next book I have is Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I picked this one up this month just because it's a classic that I've had on my shelf forever, and it's a little bit of a, not spooky, but, a little bit more of a spooky classic. It's probably one of the spookiest classics that I have on my shelf, even though it's not. But it is a book, and I want to try and throw a classic into my TBR every month, so this is the one I picked. The next book you kind of got a sneak peek of was Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. I picked this one up for this month just because it has that mermaid theme, which is kind of Halloween-y. So this is about a woman who becomes a mermaid or something. I don't know. I've had this and its sequel of Triton forever, and I know there's a it's a trilogy, I think. So there's a third one in the series called Of Neptune. It's just, I don't know, I've had them for so long. I feel like I should at least read the first book, and if I like it, great, I'll read the other two, but I had it for so long, I need to just get to it. It was actually, most of the books I picked up this month are either rereads, a brand new book, or a book that's been on my shelf for like 4 years, and I need to get to it because this is ridiculous. The next book on my list is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I picked this one up this month because, again, Elphaba and the Wicked story is kind of Halloween-y. And yeah, I need to read this one finally. I bought this one in London a long time ago. Going on 5 years now. Oh my god. Oh, but I need to read it because, you know, it's fun and it's signed by the cast, the people that we saw from the Wicked cast at the time. And yeah, so anyway, I need to read it. I need to read it. As I bend the front cover. Oh my god. Anyway, I just chucked it on my bed and it kind of bent the front cover. The next book is Tempest by Julie Cross. I picked this one up for this month because it's kind of time travel-y, which is kind of Halloween and spooky, and yeah. We'll see how much I like this, because again, this is the first one in a very large series, so if I like it, great, I can read the rest of them. If I don't, great, I don't have any of the rest of them, so it's fine. The next book I tried to read last October, and I didn't. Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, the sequel to Vicious that I've had on my shelf for 2 years, and I need to read it. And it's a perfect Halloween read. It's a perfect October read. I haven't read it because I'm ridiculous. Anyway, y'all know what that one's about. I'm not going to describe it. The next 2 books, because I'm sick of just bumping it, is The Red Pyramid and Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan, books 1 and 2 in the Kane Chronicles trilogy, which is part of my reread right now. They're both on my TBR this month because if I finish Red Pyramid and I want to continue reading, I'm going to. I'm just going to keep going. I don't care at this point. I just want to reread all of them. I miss these books so much. These were for a long time. I mean, they still technically are because Percy Jackson's a huge series. But I just, I want to reread them so bad. Anyway, the next 2 are also rereads. I have a lot of rereads actually on this. This is almost 50% rereads now that I realize it. The Red Pyramid graphic novel, that once I finish The Red Pyramid, I will get to this to compare and contrast them. And that was loud. And then I'm rereading the Fade Out Volume 1 because I have, it's not on the shelf, I have Volume 2 and Volume 3, and I don't remember anything about the first one. Just that it's got a blood-stained typewriter on the cover. So I need to reread this in order to read the other 2. And so I thought, why not throw another graphic novel in the mix? Slash, is this actually a graphic novel? I think this might be just a bind up. Anyway, neither here nor there. Anyway, need to reread it because in order to read the other 2, I need to remember what's going on. So there's that. Anyway, that is it. That was a lot of books to go over in 9 minutes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any book suggestions, video suggestions, any of the above, leave them in the comments down below. I am going to try in the next few months to start getting back into the filming thing. Maybe I'll do a couple of like reading vlog, 24-hour vlog kind of things. I'm going on a trip in November, which is very exciting. Yeah, anyway, besides all that, I'll try and vlog that at least a little bit, maybe, because I'll be reading on that trip. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this video today, guys, and I'll see you guys all in my next video soon. Goodbye!